back to the Train of Thought podcast. This is your host, Tahir. Today's topic will be how to spot a gaslighter. What is a gaslighter, you may ask? A gaslighter is someone who uses psychological methods to manipulate someone into questioning their own sanity or power of reasoning. Now, here are the tips to catch them. First thing in any conversation is to be level-headed. In that, because again, you'll be talking in an argument or so, and you're just high off emotions. So you're not thinking straight. You're just speaking from your perspective. He's speaking from his perspective, back and forth. You're not really taking into account of the gaslighting that's done in the conversation, and that's it getting manipulated. So what we're gonna do first is take a breather. Breathe, think before you speak, and come in cool and collected. Okay? So first thing, be level-headed. When you're level-headed, it heightens your sense of awareness, so you can catch the gaslighting. Because that's the next thing. You might not even realize you're with a gaslighter because it's been working so well. You didn't realize it. So you gotta take a breather and heighten your awareness. Okay. Next thing is to ask open-ended questions and listen to their response. Trust me, listening skills is slept on because people will snitch on themselves. All you have to do is shut up and let them speak. Just let the topics in and let them talk. They'll snitch on themselves. Okay? Now, the elements in gaslighting is denial, undermining your perception, blaming the victim, and manipulating your emotions. Little example. Let's just say, all right, I'm out with my girl at a party, right? Didn't like the vibe of how she treated me at the party and stuff. We come home, we're talking now. I'm like, hey, I didn't feel, I felt neglected at the party. We spoke and you really give me attention and wants to fixate on your girls, right? Now she could say, hey, what are you talking about? No, that didn't happen. I was giving attention and stuff, so back and forth, right? And again, I'm speaking from my perspective. Hey, this is how I felt, and you're telling me that's not what happened. That's the first thing. Gaslighters are always in denial. They're deflecting. A partner should be someone who caters to your emotions and listens to your emotions. Okay? Next thing is what you'll sometimes see with gaslighting is they do undermine certain things you say. So let's say again, I'm speaking to my girl saying, hey, I felt neglected. As a guy saying that now, you're already saying, oh, why are you being so sensitive? You get what I'm saying? That's a mini bullying. Why am I being so sensitive? Again, that's my emotions. I'm entitled to my emotions. No, you could say the positive way to answer that is, oh, I'm sorry you feel that way. Why do you feel that way? And again, I can expound and say, hey, we were talking a little bit, and then I'm seeing you more kidding to your friends. You're laughing, having a good time, but to me, felt a bit more reserved. Were you scared to show me off? Or you know what I'm saying? You kind of get deeper to the root of the issue when you're having a more open-ended conversation, but a gaslighter only shows their perspective and undermines your emotions. Okay, so again, this will all be picked up by listening and not responding, just listening to what they say and interject in certain conversations. Okay? Next thing with a gaslighter, key thing, is to have receipts before accusations. Again, gaslighters are master manipulators, so they can turn and twist things. If you do not have the solid proof, you will be twisted. It happened to my homegirl where she was pitching this guy about I think, if I'm correct, the situation was being at a party, right? And the guy lied and said, nah, that wasn't me at a party. Mind you, this girl had a bit of evidence, but it was blicky evidence. It was a Snapchat thing, but you couldn't see him well, but it looked like him, but he didn't post nothing. And again, truth was found out later on after they broke off that he was at a party, but he lied, right? But the way he manipulated is like, nah, that didn't happen. Da, 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 da. The girl started twisting and saying, yo, yeah, I guess that didn't happen. I'm tripping, right? Because if you do not have a solid receipt on a gaslighter, it's not true. It's not true. Simple as that. Now, next thing is, again, I tell you, they're very strong in being in denial. So one thing I want to say again is the level-headed part, because if rejection and dejection keeps happening in a conversation, you're going to be more frustrated, right? So if accountability is not taking place in the conversation, what I need to do is simply walk away. Because you're not getting anywhere. It's like you're talking to a brick wall. If I'm saying one thing, you're saying the next thing, it's a back and forth argument. You know what I'm saying? And again, if your partner isn't acknowledging your emotions or feelings, why am I even here? You get what I'm saying? Because obviously you care for them. Why can't they care back for you? So if accountability is not showing itself in that conversation, please walk away. It's a headache. Just walk away. Come back another day. Now, the next main thing I want to say is, if this is a repeated thing, time and time again, maybe right now you might not have even noticed you're talk to manipulator, a gaslighter, right? When you use these tips and you realize that, please leave early in a relationship. Don't make it drag on any further, because you're going to get emotionally tied in to somebody that's toxic, and you will never really have your truth, because their truth sits heavier than yours. And again, you should only look for partners that cater to your emotions as well as you can cater to theirs. But if it's only on one-way highway, you're not getting anywhere. You're not going to get anywhere. So I'm telling you from now, please leave early if you see this red flag of a gaslighter, because it's going to be a headache. It's a toxic relationship already from the start. So if you need help, any personal help with relationship discussions or conversations with your partner, feel free to go on resolvecoaching.com. We can do a one-on-one chat. If you fit well, I can be your emotional guide, your supporting guide for your issues. If not, that's fine.